Welcome to Norfolk, Virginia, home of the Old Dominion Monarchs, and we are close to a full house here as the fans believe that this team is close to keeping their promise. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Astronauts, taking on another team from the ACC, the Old Dominion Monarchs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Astronauts will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll bring it back. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will get the first crack at it here. This has an old-school feel to it as this running back makes his way onto the field and all eyes are fixed. They are glued on him.
Yeah, the old school because nowadays it's usually quarterbacks and the other guys that get all the attention, but this guy's so good. He is the focal point. He's the guy everybody's looking to. He's the tone setter. He's the physical bell cow for this team. He will get the rock early and often.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The give to the back. Keeps the legs moving. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Connection to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Monarchs are marching down the field. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. He wants to throw it. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Offense getting set for first down. On the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Astronauts. Astronauts.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Right back to it. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll throw it on first down. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. The 10. Touchdown, Astronauts. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The back goes in motion. He's looking to throw it. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. He wants it all. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Astronauts. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's booked. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. They go to the ground. Ran through the contact. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not.
Off he goes! And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
The give to the left. Across the 25, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. It's complete to the left. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's out of bounds, just short of the goal line, but are they ever in business now? And the Monarchs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Barrels ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll run the option. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Across the 45. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Astronauts will snap it on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. Second down coming up. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. Goes to the option. And he could not get loose on the run. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
It's complete on the right side. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Monarchs. They'll immediately call timeout. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to East Carolina. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll ride his man on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
The option look. He breaks a tackle. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
And the fullbacks are just the big, burly, strong suckers. They got bloody knuckles, tape all over the place, and they're just lowering their shoulder, trying to hit you, trying to get positive yards, and it's exactly what he does on that play.
He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Monarchs have moved it inside the 20.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Ready.
They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Pound it, pound it, pound it. I might not have that pretty run-pass ratio of 50-50, but if I can run the football like this consistently, if you're not going to do anything about it, you want to be a great offensive coordinator, keep calling the run.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
After the run, now to throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the offense. Wants to throw on second down. And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up third down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
Third and goal coming up here. Wants to go up top. They've got the screen set up. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. And on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it set up on the outside. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Astronauts come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Trying to get to it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
On the run, fires downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against.
Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Dances away to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. He's looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Astronauts have taken it inside the 20. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And they get the sack just like that.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Matthews. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And here's a fumble way behind the line. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So that will go into the stat book. One play drive for a field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. And the Monarchs will boot it away to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now this offense is back on the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. On the option. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
They'll run the option. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Steps away. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. And the Astronauts will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running to the left. Still running at the 40. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Handoff to the single running back. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to...
Touchdown, ODU! And the comeback is on. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 11 over the Pandas. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. On the option, he'll keep it himself. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Well, QB decided to keep it on that one. Listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays, but he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. The Astronauts come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back goes in motion. Now on the option. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And the big fella, usually blocks, but has a nice little run and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
They went QB design run, but there just was nowhere for the quarterback to go. Couldn't go outside, and there was just way too many bodies on the inside for him to get anything positive. They lose him.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? And the Astronauts send out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll give it to him again. Oh, the ball squirts out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up for a second down play. Here's the handoff. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Now they find themselves behind, David. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yep, losing the lead, obviously lose a little bit of momentum, but this offense, you can gain it right back, Palmer. Let's get a drive starter going. Find some guys you know they're going to make some plays for them.
So that's the challenge for them. You got to answer, right? You got to take the field here. You got to execute, be physical, and regain this lead.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so hard they got snot bubbles coming out of their nose.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the option, just a solid stop by this sophomore. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And that is such great execution by this offense. 3rd down and 2. They know you're running the football, but they were physical. Great job creating a little bit of space. Not only do you get the first down, you chew up a bunch more yards, too. Nice execution by this offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Now they're going to throw it. Release to the back. Right on the money. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Astronauts! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Well, look what's happening now. Old Uncle Mo has hit the transfer portal and is changing sidelines. Power football with the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We've been treated to an offensive clinic so far through 3 quarters as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
The play action fake. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run the option. This offense has a second down play. Here comes the option. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the misconnection on 3rd down. The Astronauts will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that ball is picked off. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
A 1st down for the offense. Goes to the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? He's bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz and run games and all the different things they can do aside from making the calls and being the communicator on defense. These guys are as versatile as it gets.
Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front ball to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Monarchs are rolling down the field. Going up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Graves. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Graves. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. The Monarchs are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes his connection. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Monarchs! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Boston College is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll be talking about in Chestnut Hill for a long time. They're up by 24 over Army. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Good pick up there. He gets enough for the 1st down.
Picks up 1. That's a 1st down for the offense.
Okay, ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Pulls it in. It's Schwartz. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll go to the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. He'll ride his man on the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
Give it to the guy with no neck, 2 chin straps, oversized shoulder pads, the big burly fullbacks. Those guys
got enough space. Touchdown, Astronauts. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 7.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for second down. Grab near the marker. It's Castro. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead in this two-minute situation.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
What a great individual effort here in this two-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a two-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Trying to slam in. Touchdown, ODU! And inside a minute to go, they've got the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off that cannon, because he's going to have to throw this thing a long way down the field and get really, really lucky.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've got to